Think about a normal evening. You come home from school or work, and the first thing you do is you leave the keys on the shelf. Now, I imagine that within 15, 30 minutes after that, you've already scrolled on your phone for about 10 minutes. And I admit, I'm guilty of that too. You see, by doing this, we haven't given ourselves, our minds, a second to just reset, recenter, and relax. So, I want you right now to think of what you did today. What an average day in your life looks like. Take a second, no rush. One thing you might realize is a part of this average looking day is that nothing dramatic happened. You completed tasks, answered messages, talked to people, you kept things moving. And from the outside, everything looks fine. You were functioning, you were doing what you were supposed to do. But let me ask you something. Did you live or did you just survive? I'll tell you a story about myself. This is right out there. You see, as I leave the school and I walk to my bike, I say goodbye to some of my friends. One of them cycles with me, but about halfway through the ride, we take separate paths. I turn left, he turns right. And for the first 2 minutes after that, I don't have much to think about. I just cycle in my own silence, enjoying my own company. But as I cross the last main road before I turn to my street, another feeling that I much less enjoy haunts me. It sends a shiver through my body. It feels as if something is missing. Not like my keys or wallet, but something missing from my life. I start to think to myself, what is my life moving towards? Why is my life the way it is? Could I be doing more? Is this it? What's so confusing about this is that our lives are actually great. I go to an amazing school, and, well, I have so much to be grateful for. I spend so much time, I imagine you do too, trying to make our lives into something we're proud of. We spend so much time and energy molding them into known routines and habits that we are used to, that achieve our basic human needs: connection, survival, purpose, and meaning. So why is it, after a long day's work, in a life we spend years trying to perfect, which on paper should include our fulfillment, why does it not feel right? Why still do we feel unfulfilled? At this point, we start to panic. We start to feel like our lives are boring, like they are wrong. We start to feel guilt and regret that we're not using our privileges and free will to become the version of ourselves we dream of being. But this way of thinking is a dead end. So before you make any rash decisions like quitting your job, dropping out of school, or letting go of everything you've built to chase a fantasy, let me give you an idea. I want you to consider two people. The first is someone who works in an office, and the second is someone who travels all the time. Who do you think is more fulfilled? You see, it doesn't per se have to be this traveler. In fact, it might just be this 9-to-5 worker that we can very much relate with. What I want you to understand is is in order to fulfill ourselves, we don't have to do something. It's not about climbing the highest mountain, seeing the most sights, or earning the most money. No, fulfillment isn't about doing something. It's about being someone. Fulfillment means being someone with intention. Now, what does this even mean? Well, let me put it into an example. What if tomorrow you went to school or work with the intention of being considerate? Just think about it. Tell yourself tomorrow morning, I'll be as considerate as I can be today. And try to implement this and remind yourself of this every second throughout the day. Listen carefully, accept people for who they are, and try to understand and empathize more. Let's do another example. What if you went to school tomorrow with the intention of being kind, being a better friend? See how that works out for you. Tomorrow, wake up in the morning, tell yourself, I'll be a better friend today. And try to implement this. Again, compliment people, hold the door open, help people if you see they need it. So respectfully, your life is extraordinary. And you see, by being someone with intention, you become present. And presence allows us to feel. Presence allows us to live our lives authentically. And that is where fulfillment comes from. So, yes, you might feel out of place, but your life is brilliant. And maybe it isn't the fact that you feel out of place. Maybe you just need to remember that you're on this track. You see, we focus too much on the version of ourselves we're supposed to be that we forget to actually be in the moment. We focus too much on the lives we're supposed to live that we forget to actually live. So maybe don't change your life. Maybe this isn't about your life. Maybe you just need to live your current life more. Let's go back to reality. Tomorrow, you're going to come back from work or school, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to leave the keys on the shelf, just like any other ordinary day. But this time, you won't rush to your phone and lose yourself to these screens. Instead, you will give yourself just 5 minutes to reset and think and ask yourself this one question: who will I be tomorrow? Thank you very much.